This break is brought to you by Audible. For a free 30-day trial as well as a free audiobook, head over to audible.com/Gamebreaker. Now, Riot has been working on a relaunch for Sejuani in League of Legends, and she has made her first appearance on the PBE. Here to tell us more about the changes to her is our very own Troy Blackburn. So, Troy, I hear Sejuani has a new look, right?
Yeah, even though Sejuani isn't actually a very old champion, the devs have decided that they could make her better with both a skill rework and a visual rework. She's rocking a few more clothes than she had with just the armor bikini, and her mount is much more animated and detailed now. When you activate her Q to dash at your enemy now, the mount actually throws enemies up into the air itself, which is a change to both the mechanic of the skill and the animation.
Wow, so all of her skins are being updated as well then, are they?
Yeah, as usual, all of Sejuani's skins are being updated to the new model, and just like a lot of the last few reworks, anyone who owns Sejuani before the rework actually goes live will also be getting the traditional Sejuani skin that's themed after her original look and the metal bikini that we've got right now.
Oh, cool. So she's had an ability overhaul as well. What's changed with Sejuani's kit?
Well, they've actually made at least small changes to every ability, and you can see her in action against some bots on the PBE in the video you're watching. Her Frost Armor passive has been completely reworked. Now, when Sejuani damages enemies with either an ability or a basic attack, her passive is going to grant her bonus armor and reduces movement slowing effects that are on Sejuani. If you damage enemies after Frost Armor is already applied, it extends the duration of it by 2 seconds. Her Q Arctic Assault now knocks up enemies and deals a set amount of damage based on skill level plus bonus ability power and a percentage of the target's maximum health. With her W ability, Flail of the Northern Winds causes the next basic attack to deal damage to the target and surrounding enemies. Then she starts swinging her flail around her head, dealing damage to enemies around her for 6 seconds. Another cool animation change with that is that while she's swinging her weapon around, her mount actually handles the auto attacking of enemies and kind of runs in and bites at them, which is pretty awesome.
Cool.
Her Permafrost E ability now has a passive that applies Permafrost to enemies who are damaged by Sejuani, and the active deals damage to the nearby enemies that are affected by Permafrost. And finally, her ultimate ability, Glacial Prison, now stuns both enemies for the same duration, and that scales up to 2 seconds. If it doesn't hit a champion, it will now detonate and slow enemies around it by 90% for 1 second. Now, all of the current damage numbers are in the post right here on Gamebreaker, but those numbers are always subject to change over the course of PBE testing. So you can check those out down below, but just know that by the time this goes live, those numbers may vary a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to be cautious with anything on these kind of test realms. So it sounds like Sejuani is getting quite a bit of attention. Do you think did it feel like she was in a good place on the PBE?
Right now, I'd have to say yes. The rework has done wonders for her viability, though some would argue that right now she's currently one of the most underrated champions on live. But regardless, I think this rework was a good call by Riot, and I think Sejuani will probably be making a pretty strong comeback once this rework goes live. Her kit feels great, and she definitely feels stronger than before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her.
Thanks for all of that, Troy. So obviously an exciting time for Sejuani and indeed on the PBE with League of Legends. Do keep it locked and dialed to Gamebreaker TV for all your League of Legends information. Thanks again to Troy, and we'll see you soon.